But for the church in Ephesus, the way they needed to overcome was to regain their first love, to love like they did at the beginning. The promise that's given to them, they'll receive the privilege of eating from the tree of life. In different Jewish texts, the tree of life was sometimes used as an analogy for the righteous. They're like a tree of life. Psalms and Proverbs speaks of things like that. Righteous person, Psalm 1, will be like a tree planted by the water. Sometimes it was compared to God himself. Later rabbis identified it with God's law. But the point here seems to be especially eternal life. So the tree of life in the Garden of Eden, which is restored in Revelation 22:2. So you have this glorious image, part of it taken from Ezekiel 47, but part of it taken from Genesis, where you're going to have these rivers, this river of life flowing from God's throne and from the throne of the Lamb. And on either side of the river of life is the tree of life, bearing fruit for the healing of the nations. We who resist the idol food of the Balaamites, we'll talk more about that later in Revelation, but we who resist the compromise with what the world offers have the privilege of getting to partake of the tree of life, the hidden manna, as we'll see in one of the other letters to the seven churches.